What's up guys, Benny here and welcome to my top 5 meta loadouts for Warzone Season 3 Reloaded. There has been a ton of changes to some of our favorite weapons, including a huge nerf to the HRM, which was the dominant SMG, but no longer. There are a ton of close range options and long range that you're going to want to be using. But let's start off with one loadout that I think you're going to start seeing used a lot. Now, first of all, it is the SVA 545. Now, I actually had my personal best kill game using the SVA back in Vondel when you switch it to single fire and tap your trigger as much as you can, giving you the fastest time to kill because it has a hyper burst feature, which means it fires 2 shots at a time, which is actually incredibly helpful. But you've got the Spirit Fire Suppressor there. You've then got the STV Precision Barrel, the high grain rounds, the 60 round mag, and then the Jack Glassless Optic. Just remember, when you're using this, switch it to single fire. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but it really is worth it. Then we've got what is now the best SMG in Warzone, the Striker 9, taking the crown from the HRM. You're going to want to have that Zem compensated flash hider, the Striker Recon long barrel, the DR6 hand stop, the 50 round drum, and the Striker factory stock. I've used this a lot. It's super easy to use because it's got a very high fire rate. Like when you go into the weapon stats, like you can see it's a rate of fire of 857 rounds per minute. So it's very easy to use. So even if you've not got the best aim, or if you want to just hip fire, this is going to shred your opponents, especially on Rebirth Island. And then I like to pair it with a smoke grenade, a throwing knife, mountaineer, sleight of hand, quick fix, and high alert for Rebirth. That's what I've been rocking at the moment, but this loadout you're probably going to see a lot of the top players running. Next, we've got the SOA Subverter. This is still a top tier choice. Didn't get hit too badly in the latest update. You've got the Casus Break L muzzle, the Dozer 90 long barrel, the Bruin heavy support grip, the 50 round drum, and then that Motion V2 heavy stock. If you want to have an optic, you can get rid of the Bruin heavy support grip and throw an optic on, but I quite like the iron sight, especially at the ranges that you're fighting on Rebirth. This works really, really well. Super consistent, solid assault rifle choice, but I pair that with another one of the best options, which recently got added into Warzone just last week. It's the BP50 with the Jack Revenger conversion kit. Now, with that HRM going, you're going to start seeing this used a lot more. So if you haven't, go do the weekly challenges, get this thing unlocked. It's definitely worth it. You're going to want to have that Komodo heavy muzzle, the Chimera RYL33 laser sights, the high grain rounds, and then the TRST IV grip tape. Now, I'm just going to quickly show you this in the firing range because, honestly, this thing does not move, and it's also got great mobility. And with it being an assault rifle, even with that, the Revenger kit, it's got great damage range compared to a few of the other options. Like, it does drop a little bit with this kit, but genuinely, when you look at the overall stats, this thing is an absolute beast. But yeah, smoke grenades, frags, throwing knives, whatever you like to use. But our next loadout is one of my favorites as well. I've been using the WSP9 a lot. It reminds me of the Milano back from Black Ops Cold War, which I love. There was a phase where everyone was rocking it as like kind of on Rebirth as a hybrid between an SMG and an assault rifle. And the WSP9 is pretty much that. It's one of the fastest killing SMGs. Now I think it's in 4th place, but it also hits really, really hard. It's super easy to use, a little bit of a slower fire rate than like things like the Striker 9, but get used to this. It's a great all-round SMG, whether you want to use it with an assault rifle or sniper support, which is what this loadout is. But you've got the Zem compensated flash hider, the Hiss light barrel, the DR6 hand stop, the 50 round mag, and then I personally have the Quarters Classic Reflex sight on here as well. Though I am quite excited about trying the new optic that comes with the Battle 27 with Reloaded. So that's going to be apparently really cool to use. But then I'm using that with the Moors. And with that, I've got the Ton Heavy Barrel, the HVP Anti-Material Slug Rounds, the OP980 Grip, the Quick Bolt, and the Super Light 90 stock, just to kind of finish up the loadout there. Pretty standard. I don't really like the charge element, which I know can be like hit scan, but Rebirth Island, this is the perfect sniper. Even though they went ahead and nerfed pretty much all the snipers in Reloaded, I don't know why they've gone ahead and done that. I know on the big map it is quite like sniper dominant, especially when you look at the stats, but the Moors is still within the game's meta for you to go ahead and use. But our next loadout, we've got the MTZ-556. This did receive a very slight nerf to its hip fire, which doesn't really do anything, but a very underrated weapon. It's got great mobility, especially the Jack Cutthroat aftermarket part added. Like you can get rid of that and put an optic on if you want to, but I quite like having the extra mobility. Like I'll show you, like in the firing range, but it's really clean, really fast. So like when you're fighting on top prison, you can duck in, like kind of peek in and out of head glitches. Really nice. VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor, MTZ Drifter Heavy Long Barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip, the 50 round drum, and then that Jack Cutthroat. And like I said, get rid of that for an optic if you want to. Then we've got the Striker, not the Striker 9. This probably received one of the largest damage buffs in the update, kind of bringing it in as an option. The Striker 9 is better, right? This is a slower rate of fire, and I think it kind of, when you look at the two weapons, it leans towards being similar to the WSP 9, which I would choose over the Striker, but this is definitely in the mix of viable weapons to use. You're going to have that Zem compensated flash hider, the Striker Recon long barrel, the XRK Edge BW4 hand stop, the 48 round mag, and then the Sakin ZX grip. Viable, but go Striker 9 if you want absolute meta, but you can go ahead and use this to pair with like the MTZ or something like that. Then my final loadout, even though it got a slight nerf, I love the Bruin MK9. It's just a great all-round weapon, like super consistent fire rate, really easy to use, not much recoil, and is kind of a great all-rounder. And it's like the LMG of choice for me personally. But the caseless brake muzzle, 23-inch XRK Horizon V2 barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip, the 60-round mag, and then that Jack glassless optic. Like, if you haven't, spend some time doing the weekly challenges and unlocking these aftermarket parts. Like, they're coming in fast. Like, we've got one with akimbo models, which I'm kind of hoping aren't broken, but we're going to have to wait and see. But one of the best close-range weapons alongside the Striker 9 and the BP50 is the MCW. Once again, with the conversion kit, that Jack Raven kit, making it an incredible close-range weapon. Really easy to use, great strafe speeds, and a very fast time to kill. Zem compensated flash hider, the Kimura Blackthorn short barrel, the DR6 hand stop, the 40 round mag, and then that conversion kit. Just to wrap it all up. Smoke grenades, frags, and that's the loadout package. But those are my top 5 loadouts for Season 3 Reloaded. I'm sure I'll be trying out all the weapons and all the changes over the next few days, so subscribe if you're new. Of course, with Season 3 Reloaded, we also got the brand new assault rifle, the BAL 27, which you may remember from Advanced Warfare. And this is the loadout that I'm going to be trying out on Rebirth Island. It is not really a long-range assault rifle. This is a great mobility, sort of a sniper support assault rifle that you want to use. You've got the Prime MX barrel just to kind of increase your aim walking speed and sprint to fire speed as well as your movement. You've then got the DR6 hand stop just to kind of help the strafe speeds, the 60 round mag, the Channel M grip to help deal with the recoil, and then that Clarent light stock for, once again, that aim down sight, aim walking speed, and crouch and movement speed, just to kind of help you have that mobility to move around really quickly. I don't think it's going to be meta. I think there's going to be some tunings needed for this, but let me know what you think about it in the comments. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time for more Warzone.